The hotel industry has been one of the hardest hits. So today on our show CT Cares, we'll be speaking to the CMD of Sterling Holidays, Mr. Ramesh Ramanathan, to understand what the revival strategy is going to be for hotels and resorts. Hello Mr. Ramanathan, so good to have you with us on CT Cares on Curly Tales. Well, Sterling Holidays has about 38 resorts in all across India and everybody is craving for a vacation. So how soon will it be safe to have a luxurious staycation at any of the Sterling properties?
Good morning Kamya and Namaste. Thank you for having me on this show. It's a real pleasure to be here and to be talking about Sterling and the industry. As regards your first question, Sterling Resorts have been ready for quite some time. We had to, of course, go through a lot of changes in terms of our service to incorporate the new hygiene and sanitation protocol, but we have been ready. All our resorts are ready right across the country. It is just that our customers haven't been able to move because of restrictions on transportation. We are ready to welcome them. Some of our resorts are already open and are seeing customers coming in.
You know, surely a pandemic as serious as this has had a huge impact on the business. But what is the revival plan for Sterling in specific? You know, how do you plan to get back on track?
Sometimes I wonder whether just calling it a pandemic is enough, because I think this is sort of an event or a disaster of the century, because it has changed absolutely everything. But then we are in an industry which is able to adapt and move on, and that is precisely what we have done. All processes in the resorts have undergone a complete change to meet with requirements of sanitation, hygiene, social distancing and contactless service. So for example, the entire registration is now, has moved to a system where a lot of information is got up front, even before people check in. And therefore, the time spent at the lobby is less, and so on.
Mr. Ramanathan, if you can take us through the safety precautions that will come into place, or any facilities or services that are expected to open?
As you are aware, hotels have always placed a lot of emphasis on hygiene and cleanliness, and so has Sterling. But I think we have now moved to a new regime of a more clinical hygiene and sanitation, and it has changed right across, right from the arrival. When a temperature is checked, we fill in data about where the customer has moved in the last few days. Then at the lobby, where the luggage is sprayed, the customer's hands are sanitized, there's a minimum contact check-in. Right from the way we do our rooms or the way we have rearranged our restaurants, the whole lot has changed to meet with the new standards. Of course, having said this, there are some facilities which will not be open to customers for some more time, such as the swimming pool, the spa, and of course, in our case, the holiday activities, which was one of the key components of Sterling. But what we have done is we have adapted that so that we have moved it outside. We think people who have been cooped up in their houses will want something, to move outside. And we have appropriately designed activities where they are socially distanced. At the same time, they can have fun. Fun being one of the components of Sterling. We pride ourselves as what we call on experience and discoveries.
Do you think that resorts will gain more popularity over hotels, given the limited occupancy or the limited number of rooms? What are your thoughts on this?
You can't be more right. I would like to, yes, the rooms are limited, but I think there are two further reasons why resorts are going to be popular. One, that people have been stuck inside their houses, so they will want to move out. They will, of course, probably travel in their own vehicle. They may still not take public transport, trains or flights for some more time. So there will be a need to go out into the open, to experience nature, to be, to see a few others, if not, interact with them. But the second thing is, I think, is far more important. While films have resulted in people seeing it on, OTT and other platforms. Thank God, holidays are still not digitized. You still have to go to a resort to take a holiday, and we are very happy and thankful about that.
Sure, and do you think that this will give an opportunity to members-only resorts to open it to regular crowd as well? And you've been doing it for quite some time now.
Well, I think the other member resorts will also open up. I think it is a matter of business. Everybody is exploring new opportunities now. So they will use everything possible to fill up. Just as we are. For example, we are looking at weddings as an opportunity. Because the numbers are restricted, we think people will go in for destination weddings. And we are actively, canvassing for such events. So there are a whole lot of new opportunities which will come up, and people will explore these new opportunities.
Absolutely. Mr. Ramanathan, as much as we all would like to holiday, I think it's going to take a lot of effort by consumers to come out and experience a holiday right now due to so many rules and regulations set out by the government with respect to health and safety being a priority. But what is your strategy in terms of attracting consumers to your resort?
So, I would like to answer it in two parts. As I said earlier, people are going to step out but travel in their own vehicles, or at least vehicles which are suitably sanitized. We see more of road travel, drive to resorts travel in the next 3 to 4 months, by which time other means may pick up. So this is one aspect of it. So stepping out and getting into their car and driving to a resort is not going to be a problem. Yes, presently there are restrictions in terms of, in some cases, inter-district travel and interstate travel. I think progressively these will become better, and therefore people should be free to travel. Of course, once they come into the resort, they have nothing to worry, because as I said, we have an entirely new program. We call it Sterling Cares in association with Apollo Clinics, and this will totally take care of their holiday. In fact, if anything, they can remove any worry about safety and hygiene from their minds.
It is also believed that domestic tourism, short trips as well as staycation is going to take the lead and will help the crushed Indian tourism industry to revive. What are your thoughts on this?
I have to agree with it 100%. I think what is going to happen is, once we get out of this over the next 2 to 3 months, people will actually end up taking more vacations. They may take shorter vacations, but I think they'll take multiple vacations. And that is going to see a revival of the industry through domestic tourism. And the other one is, of course, staycations, which is a new concept that is also going to build up occupancies and the business across hotels and resorts.
Well, I'm sure we're going to see a new normal of travel, but talking of the future of the industry, what do you think is going to be, the trends or travel patterns or behavior that the industry is expecting to see? If you can share some insights.
I think what has come to stay is probably the heightened levels of hygiene and some amount of social distancing. But having said that, I think things are going to be far more stringent till such time that a vaccine comes out into the market. But once the vaccine comes out, I think a lot of it will get relaxed and people will go on. It may not go back to what it was earlier. Certainly there will be heightened, sanitation, cleanliness levels. But I think the business will by and large regain to what it was. Maybe early next year is what I expect, especially with respect to holidays.
Before we let you go, Mr. Ramanathan, would like to know, what do you think the hospitality industry needs to be prepared for?
We have adapted our product to the Indian consumer and have changed as we come along. For example, in the last 12 to 18 months, we have very extensively done work on all the locations that we are in to introduce a whole range of experiences and discoveries. These are what customers would normally not be exposed to. Something to do with the place. It could be the folklore, it could be the heritage, it could be the food, cuisine, language, whatever. And we have done this very successfully. And I think that is what is going to stand in good stead, because I think the market is splitting into several groups. Instead of just a plain holiday, vanilla holiday, there are special interest groups which are developing. And I think this will be the future of the industry. Thank you, Kamya. Thank you very much once again for having me on this show. Thank you.